I wouldn't say that we're bad, and I think we showed very good games in Worlds, but I think Europe overall was not performing so well.
Hey guys, this is Pedro. I'm back with a brand new interview. I'm here accompanied by Yike, the jungler for G2 Esports, fresh off of week 3 in the LEC 2024 Winter Split, where they finished 7-2 overall record, thus finishing in the first overall seed heading into the next stage of the split. And so, Yike, like I said before, thank you so much for taking the time. And first place in the Winter Split, it's a place in which most a majority expected you guys to reach. But what's the feeling like for you right now?
I feel very good because I think the last year we actually ended first place only once, and that was in summer. So now us being able to end first place in the first split in winter is a good, I guess, a good start for the year.
Yeah, of course, a definite good start to the year for a team such as G2. And yeah, now before I look at how the team fared, overall for this entire regular season of the Winter Split, I want to talk about this recent match that just secured between you guys and SK Gaming. Of course, SK Gaming started off the year pretty well with a 3-0 and getting to this point with a 5-3 record before the start. So, what did you see as a jungler of SK and their form, and what were the kind of things that you um, emphasized to then take them down at the end of today?
So I've always seen SK as a strong team. I think since last year, it's two of my old teammates, Exekik and DOS. So I have a lot of respect for them, and yeah, I think they're very good. And this year they were playing very good. They even went 3-0 in the first week. So I knew they were gonna be strong, and like they were for sure not weak. But I think we just had better preparation this game, so it looked easy for us.
Yeah, definitely did. And were there any difficulties that they presented to you guys, in relation to how you talked about the team's preparation for SK?
I think we were. I guess we were a bit scared of Isma going crazy because we saw that he, when he's like, for example, Rattle, he allows you just do random ganks, just do crazy stuff. And yeah, I think we tried to make sure that he could not do it this game. And I think it's hard with Sao, so I think we did good with that.
Yeah, of course. And the week 3 for you guys went 3-0, of course, and it's a good rebound from the end of last week where you guys lost to Team Heretics. And so, um, how were you guys then able to rebound from a result to a team such as Team Heretics, and to then go on to the same level as you guys normally do in the LEC, winning the next 3 matches for this week? So, how did you guys make that rebound?
Yeah, so I think we actually won against Heretics. I think it was Vitality we lost against in the last day.
Ah, yes, you're right.
We yeah, but that's fine. But yeah, Vitality Day, that was the day we played Seraph in Zona, and yeah, I was not happy in the end because I mean for me it sounded and looked good as well. But then when we went in game, we surrendered everything. Like we gave them every dragon and objective, and game was just hard. And yeah, for sure after that we realized that we can't keep going like 2-1 like we did in the first 2 weeks. And like I was frustrated with it. I think the whole team was, and we made sure for the next week to really try hard and make sure we go 3-0.
Yeah, of course. Again, apologies for that slight incorrect fact.
No worries.
Um, but yeah, it's basically been the story of G2 when it comes to playing domestically in the LEC. Basically, everybody expects you guys to be first, and everybody expects you guys to play at a high level each game you're in, no matter whether it's in the start, in the middle, or in the end of the winter split or any other split. For as a matter of fact, so when it comes to looking at how people have their own expectations for G2 and also for yourself as the jungler, how do you go about it? Does it does it affect you in any sort of way? Do you pay attention to it or anything of that matter?
Um, I for sure have some attention to that, and I mean, I think I think it makes me care about it a lot more because I know there's pressure and I don't mind that. I think I'm playing in G2, so I need to get used to the pressure, and I think I got used to it pretty well, especially going into like MSI. I think I did good, but yeah, at Worlds, I think I underperformed, and I mean we played just bad overall, and it was just a bad like showing for us because it went well and then it started just going worse and worse, and that's nothing we want to do, you know. So for sure this year we're gonna come in a different way, and we're gonna make sure we don't do the same mistakes that we did, so we can actually perform internationally.
How would you compare your performance from the last year for this year? You know, now that you've been able to have a lot more experience in this second year with G2 compared to when you started out with the team. So how would you compare yourself nowadays, you know, uh, uh, um, from start to now?
Yeah, I think the big difference I see in myself is the way I talk with the team and together. Because last year I was just the new rookie and I didn't know so much, and I didn't want to interrupt people, you know, talk over them or try to give my opinions over others because I knew they were very good, so I don't want to ruin it for them. But this year I realized that I still need to give my opinions. I can't just say yes to everything and like do everything, even though I think it's bad. So this year, I'm making sure that I can say my opinions and just make sure that we are all on the same page. Because of course, there were some times where maybe we weren't last year. So yeah, that's something that I'm happy about.
What kind of situations are happen in which you feel you have to speak up more when it comes to playing in those matches, be it like during the actual matches or before, like as in preparation wise for the officials.
I think yes, mostly for the preparations because I think in game I have good communication. I think I communicate well with the team. But yeah, it's probably like preparation, how we wanna just prepare, how we wanna talk about drafts. Getting more involved, and I think that's good. That's what I want. So yeah, it's mostly just that.
Yeah, because you mentioned earlier on in the conversation about how you looked at the team's performance on the international level, both in MSI and also Worlds, and I feel as though that kind of struggles on the international level is something that you feel the team has to correct, and for yourself as well as an individual. So, how much do you think your experience both in MSI and also Worlds for last year has played into how you have composed yourself as an individual for this year?
Yeah, so I think I personally learned a lot from the MSI words, and this year I think the biggest learning was probably that we are like I wouldn't say that we're bad, and I think we showed very good games in Worlds, but I think Europe overall was not performing so well. Everyone heard about the scrim things about us, us winning every scrim, which was true in a way. We won a lot of games, but it also made us not learn so much because if we don't lose, we can't really learn so much. We can learn a bit from winning, but not as much as losing. And I think in Europe that was just very not the like hardest competition. Like this year, I think it's much better competition. People are really try harding, and that's what's gonna help. I think us and like the whole LEC to perform much better internationally.
So let's say there's a way in which we can like describe the level like quantitative when it comes to LEC last year and now LEC this year. Of course, it's the start of we're still at the start of 2024, so I can't really add too much, weight onto this. But still, at this moment in time, when it comes to looking at the skill level of LEC last year to now this year, where would you rank it as of now, collective wise?
I would say that personally, I think it's just an upgrade overall with LEC. I think the teams got stronger. Like I think a lot of teams just look stronger, even though maybe they didn't perform. Like K-Cup and Rogue, for example. I think they look like strong teams, and I know the players individually are actually very good. So yeah, maybe that was just like a team problem that they had. Like SK, for example. I think with Niski having Niski now and Isma made them look strong as well. So I think there's a lot of teams like Heretics as well looking good with their new perks and the Winter and all. So yeah, I think for sure an upgrade, but it's hard to tell now because it's just the winter split.
Mhm. And yeah, of course. And how? And that said, with the team focusing on winning and just staying on top of the LEC, how would you describe the current mentality of the team and also yourself as well as you guys continue the march towards another trophy? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the mentality we have, me and my team, is very, very strong. I think we're much, I guess, like we talk more with each other, and we're trying to be like, I guess, harder with each other with the way we're gonna talk. Like for example, me and Hansama, we talk a lot about how we can punish bot lane, how we can do good invades, or just like anything bot side, bot jungle related. And I think we're learning a lot from this. And I think we did it last year too, but not as much as we're doing now. So I think we're just focusing a lot to just talk and prepare things together. Me and like all the laners, me and Broken Blade top, and me and Caps, and me and bot lane. So yeah.
One more question before we wrap it up. How would you describe your current confidence level when it comes to winning this split and booking a ticket for MSI? How would you describe your confidence level right now?
I would say I'm very confident. I think we for sure look the strongest, even though we had two stupid losses. I think we still look the strongest. Like BDS is the second strongest team, but it's hard for me to say how good they are because like they for sure won against every team besides us and the K-Cup now, but it's still a bit weird to me. So yeah, I don't know actually who the strongest teams are besides us. So that makes me also more comfortable and more confident because yeah, I feel like we are on top for now.
And hopefully you're able to stay on top for the near future. Yike, thank you so much for taking the time just answering all of my
Thank
questions.
you.
Really appreciate you and best of luck in the future.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.